Hi everyone, Tracy Filter here with Tracy's Ink Spot, ready for another quick tip Tuesday for you. If you have a phrase, for example, this get well soon one from the Timeless Tulip set, that maybe is just a little bit too long for a shape that you want to be using. So I've punched out a piece from the Label Me Fancy die, and I did use black just so you could see it better on camera here. But as you can see, that get well soon verse isn't quite going to fit maybe exactly the way I want it. It's going to be a little long. I'm going to want to shorten that up a little bit. So here's a way to get some really good coverage with that without having to do a lot of extra work. So you're going to need your stamp, your shape, ink obviously, and a little Post-it note. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to ink up the whole thing. I'm going to ink up the entire Get Well Soon. I'm going to take it over here and see about where I want that placement to be. I'm going to want Get Well to show up right about there. So I'm going to take my Post-it note. Nope, of course I did touch it down a little bit. And I'm just going to cover up a little bit of that edge. Take it down here again. Okay, looks like I want to pull that over just a little bit more. All right, and now you can see that just my Get Well is going to show up where I want it to, and the Soon is going to end up getting stamped on my Post-it note. So I've got Get Well. Now I'm going to do the same thing with the Soon. I'm going to want that to be centered about between those. I'm going to pull it a little closer to myself just because that way my head won't get in the way. And you can see about kind of what I'm doing in just a second. Okay, I'm going to put this over into this corner here because I'm also going to add a little embellishment to this tag. So here's my Soon, where I want it to be, and my Get Well all together like that. And then I can go ahead and add, I'm going to add just a tiny little butterfly from our brushed brass butterfly collection into that little spot in the corner. So let me grab one of those quick and pop that off. And I'm going to put him right down here so he fills in just that little spot right there. I think I'll move him over just a tiny bit. There we go. So that is a way to break up some of your phrases using Post-it note so that it shows a little bit better on your tag. And then I could also add a little spot here for my punch and a string. It would be perfect little tag then for a little gift, or I could attach it to a card just as it is. But use those Post-it notes in that way to cover up phrases and get better placement for yourself. Thanks for joining me today, everybody. Take care.